Hi guys, my name is Shanel Kerekes and I am a oil painter. I'm from Buffalo, New York, specifically South Buffalo. I would like to think of myself as a realistic oil painter or photorealistic oil painter. That is the genre that I do strive for with my paintings. I found that as I was growing up, I was having a tough time really talking about the things that I truly cared about. So I found that painting is a literal catharsis of those thoughts. It's much easier to just show what I'm trying to say rather than explain them sometimes. So that's a big factor in why I paint in the first place. I did grow up in South Buffalo. I love it there. I'm no longer there, but I'm very, very close by. Buffalo has a very big place in my heart. The diversity alone between people, the food, cultures, the art, everything is like a beautiful utopia that's next to a little waterfall. Like it's such a great blend of all those things, and it's very, very great exposure for the youth. I took a AP art class my senior year of high school, and that's when I fell in love. And I said, I need to do this for the rest of my life. I think that going to college for it was necessary. And a big drive for that was really seeing what my capabilities were as an artist. I realized that I could capture an image fairly well realistically, so later on my style turned into realism. So I saw what I was capable of doing with art, and I took that as a sign of, hey, I could push this further and really make something out of it. So I just developed my skill over time. It just got better and better, and that's what happens, is just practice makes perfect. It's very true. I haven't been painting for that long, actually. You probably think it would be more than this, but I've only been painting for about 7 years or so. When I was at the end of my high school experience, I really got into art. I also produce films. I love cameras. Photography, I dabble in a little bit, but mostly it's film and painting are my two main mediums that I work in. I really like installation work because it really goes past that threshold of being confined to a wall space. It has the ability to use the space rather than a flat surface. A very big theme, and my main theme that I like to show in my work, is feminism and what it's like to be a woman in today's society. I mean, there's just so much to unpack with that, and since not everyone is female, not everyone understands what we go through that's different from everyone else. I think that certain norms that are placed on women don't need to exist. So I like to show those roles and those norms and try to really play with their boundaries as that role. I mean, I love so many artists. I think that Kiki Smith is a huge one for me, based on inspiration and my morals and my values. I think I really connect with her, you know, her points on feminism, you know, progression with gender and stereotypes. That is a really big one for me and what I try to show in my work. Pretty much the only oil paint that I use is Winsor and Newton. I just think they have the best formula for oil paint. The pigment is very, very nice. And I also use a bunch of other products. I really like Gamblin's line of products. I use Galkid, I use varnish, gloss finishes. And each one does a very specific thing, so you can really do pretty much anything if you choose the right product. Regarding brushes, I literally use the crappiest brushes I could find, the cheapest brushes, and they do the job. But other than that, those are pretty much all the products that I use. That and turpentine, of course, to thin your paint down. This right here is actually a painting that I did complete this year, and as of right now where it stands, it is in a completely finished state. I tried my best to capture the realistic essence of bubbles, trying to achieve transparency really well with very thin layers of paint. It takes a long time to get paintings to look like this. Realistic painting is quite difficult and it requires a lot of patience. If you guys ever had a question for me, feel free to reach out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have my own website. If you just type in Shanel Kerekes, I'll pop up and you can ask me whatever. But I hope you guys take something away from this little video. I want to thank you for listening to what I have to say, and I hope that you are all staying very healthy, happy, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your year. Stay safe. Have a good one.